it your dream home, and it's the perfect yard for the dog, and you're excited for everything that you've seen online. And sorry, let me start over. Most people, I'm sorry, the intro was just a little bit cheesy. I had to like change it. Most people think of getting a mortgage takes 30, 45, or even 60 days. But what if I told you that what if I told you that timeline is for people who don't know the secrets? That there are hacks to get you to the closing table in a fraction of that time. This video, I'm going to give you the step-by-step playbook my clients use to get home loans approved at lightning speed. My name is Kira Thomas. I'm a mortgage loan officer, and I'm here to help you make your dream home a reality. Okay, so let's get right into it. First thing, let's bust a couple of myths right now that paralyze people. Myth one, you need a perfect 800 credit score. That's totally a myth. Don't sit on the sidelines waiting for a perfect number. While a higher credit score gets you a better rate, you do not need a higher credit score to get approved. FHA loans can go as low as 580 credit scores, and VA loans have no official minimum credit. VA loans have no official minimum credit score at all. Most conventional loans look at a 620, but even that has expectations if you're stronger in other areas. Your credit doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be solid. Number two, a pre-qualification is all you need. This one is dangerous. A pre-qualification is basically a casual chat where you say you want where you meet a lender, you say what you want, and the lender gives you a thumbs up and a rough number. A pre-approval is better. That's where they start actually verifying things. But the real secret, the ultimate weapon in a competitive market, is something called a fully underwritten pre-approval, or a TBD pre-approval. I do these, and it covers everything. Basically for a house. Okay, so let's get into a playbook. This isn't a theory. These are 5 actionable steps to take. Number one, building your approval before you talk to anybody. The number one reason mortgages drag on for weeks is missing paperwork. Seriously, the endless times that I've gone back and forth with a client over a single document missing from a bank statement, the emails, the text messages, we're going to eliminate. Okay, so first you want to gather all your documentation as early as possible before you even apply. So here's your checklist. Number one, proof of identity. A clear copy of your driver's license, the front and the back. Okay, your social security verification. I want your social security card, the front and the back, and of course social security number as well, so that we can pull your credit report. Income verification. This is a big one. I want you to grab 30 days of your paycheck stubs and your last 2 years of W-2s, or if you're self-employed, 1099s, and or if you also self-employed, 2 years of your federal tax returns. All pages, every single schedule. If you're self-employed, you also may need to show your business returns and a year-to-date profit and loss statement as well. Asset verification. You will need 2 months of bank statements for your checking and savings, the accounts that you're using to pay to buy your house. All pages, even the blank ones. Okay, that's something that gets people. Yes, I would even need a blank piece of paper. If it says at the top 3 out of 4 and the last page is blank, I don't care. Send it. It seems silly, but this is what the underwriter needs. Also, your statements for any type of retirement account or investment accounts like your 401k or an IRA. I will need your debt and housing history. You can make a simple list with all your monthly debts, but I will really get this from your credit report. And if you have rent, have a landlord information handy. If you're a veteran, sometimes we will ask you to talk to your landlord, and they'll write a letter saying that you have paid your rent on time for the last 2 years or for the last year, and that really helps your case if you're on a VA loan. So have those So have that information handy, just in case, especially if you're a veteran. Once you have all this, scan everything into a clearly labeled digital folder, okay, that says um home buying paperwork, or with a homeowner paperwork, or pre-approval paperwork, okay? Just have everything in one folder. That way you can just send it all out, okay? So step 2, mastering your income documents. Lenders are legally required to verify your ability to repay, you ATR. For a self-employer, it's easy, but about bonuses and commissions and side hustles, things like that, that's where people leave money or on the table or slow everything down. For inconsistent income like bonuses, lenders would like to see 2 years of history to get comfortable with it. Don't just tell them that you get bonuses. Give them the paycheck stub that shows the payout and the W-2s that back it up. The same thing with commission. The same thing with overtime. They're going to want to see 2 years of you receiving that income. So that can't just be, I've had people that says, I'm a truck driver. I never do overtime, but they always offer it. Now that I want to buy a house, I want to do overtime so I can get more money for my house. That's not the way that it works at all. You will have to have 2 years showing that you make overtime. Okay? If you're self-employed, your tax returns are your whole financial story. A lot of entrepreneurs write everything off, everything possible to lower their tax bill. That's smart for taxes, but it can crush your borrowing power. Lenders look at your net income after write-offs, not your gross revenue. So if you're planning to buy a house in the next year or two, have a strategic huddle with a CPA before you file your taxes. Sometimes showing a little bit more in taxable income is key that unlocks a much bigger loan. You can also do a bank statement loan, but a lot of entrepreneurs avoid bank statement loans. Which I don't know, because it's a 10% down. So let's just say that you have an FHA loan, which is 3.5%, a conventional loan is 3%, and a bank statement loan that we will just go based off what's in your bank account, but it's a 10% down payment. Sometimes it is better for you to do the 10% down payment. Here's why. If you want a house that's for $400,000, and I'm just gonna make up a number. I'm not guiding you to a certain number that you need to have, but let's just say that you want to make $70,000 a year to get that $400,000 house, right? That means that you need to start writing stuff out, and you need to pay your taxes on $70,000 a year. So now you gotta pay your back taxes and the taxes that year, and that may be way more than the $40,000 that you need to put down for the house for 10% down. You get what I'm saying? Because it's $400,000, and you do a bank statement loan, which is gonna be 10% down, then that's $40,000. If you're paying back taxes and taxes for to make a $70,000 a month income, it's gonna be more than $40,000 sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it may be like, okay, instead of paying an extra back taxes and taxes, which is gonna probably be, I'm just gonna make up a number, $60,000. $60,000. I might as well just pay the 10% down, $40,000 in order to get the house. Sometimes the math work out like that. If you're confused, let me know in the comments, and I will break it down in another video so that you can understand what I'm saying even more. But that is why I say get with a CPA or a mortgage officer to see what will work for you. What home buying strategy will work better for you. If you're receiving alimony or child support, you need to provide the divorce decree and prove that you've been receiving it for the past 6 months. And the simple rule is, if you earn it, document it, basically. Step 3, you want to know your debt to income ratio. Your debt to income ratio, your DTI, is a simple, most important number in your mortgage application. It is your total monthly debt payments divided by your gross monthly income. For example, if your debts are $2,000 a month and your gross monthly income is $6,000, your DTI is 33%. While some programs go up to 50%, the sweet spot for a fast approval is generally under 43% and ideally 36%. If your DTI is high, the fastest fix is to pay down revolving debt. Paying off a $10,000 personal loan may not move the needle much if the monthly. Sorry, I need to drink some water. Paying off a $10,000 personal loan may not move the needle much if the monthly payment is low, but wiping out $3,000 worth of credit card debt that has a $100 minimum payment, that makes a more of a huge impact on your DTI. Focus on eliminating the monthly payments, not just the total balance. And whatever you do, do not open new lines of credit or buying a card in a loan process. It's a massive red flag that can force the entire underwriting process to start over. Number 4, not all lenders are created equal. So choose your lender, okay? You've got big banks, credit unions, mortgage brokerages, and online lenders. I am an independent mortgage loan officer that works for a mortgage brokerage. So for speed, the company name doesn't really matter as much as the process. Here's the secret. We interview a lender, ask them one crucial question. Do you offer a fully underwritten pre-approval? And what is your turnaround time? I can tell you right now, as a independent loan officer that works at a mortgage brokerage, I work with hundreds of lenders, and all of them are different. I have lenders that get a job done in less than 5 days, and I have lenders that will take 45 days to do a loan. So basically, you need to talk. I think that's best for you to talk to a mortgage brokerage because they'll have more inside information and they can do all shopping for the loan for you. Okay, and it's what we call it on our side is TBD, a to be dated underwritten loan. That's what I call it, a TBD approval as well. Basically, I get all your information, and all we're doing is waiting for a contract to sit down once you do get a house. A fully underwritten pre-approval means a human underwriter has already reviewed the approval for the entire file, your income, your assets, your credit, before you find a house. This can be done in 24 to 72 hours if you provide your completed approval, which is something that I specialize in. I'd rather get all your documentation up front. Once I pull your soft credit report, I will see if we could move forward. And then once I say, okay, it looks like, I've interviewed you and I talked to you. And of course, I don't want to damage your credit score or your credit profile along the process. So once I see that, okay, you have a good credit report, I'm like, let's go ahead and go to the next step. That's when I will request all of that documentation. And when I request all the documentation, I'm going to hand it right off to an underwriter so they can look at it and basically do a fully underwritten pre-approval. I'm not scared to do those. A lot of people don't like to do those because a lot of home buyers aren't prepared, basically. Like I said, getting documentation. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze, y'all. Okay. Getting documentation is the hardest part about this process. Some people give you half the documentation. Some people give you outdated documentation. Some people don't have an understanding of what you need to submit. Or some people don't understand what they really are. I had one client, I was going back and forth for him. I was telling him that he was 1099. He told me he was an independent contractor. And I was like, that's a 1099. I need to see that statement. And he had no idea what I was talking about. So at the end of the day, certain people don't know certain things. So getting the documentation is the number one thing that you can do. Have all your documentation together, and we can go ahead and get it underwritten and do a TBD pre-approval. Again, some people don't like to do that because getting documentation is the hardest thing that they can do, and they just want to go ahead and get you into a house because in their mind, once you get the house that you like, that's going to be your ambition to get all the paperwork together. But as you know, then that's when the headache comes up, and maybe some things that you said wasn't true. Maybe you said that you had a 700 credit score, but the truth is you have a 582 credit score. That's a big difference. You said that you had this amount of money in your bank account, but you meant you had this amount of money in your 401k account. That takes time. If you ever did with your retirement account, you know that you have to pull that money out of your account, and that could take time. They have to send you that money. That could take time, and then not only that, you don't get that full amount. They do cut that amount in half, or not in half. They do take some of the money out of your retirement account because you got it too early. You see what I'm saying? So the amount of money that you thought you had to put down on a house, you really didn't. So yeah, all of that. So when you make an offer, um, so when you want to go to a lender, you want to make an offer, just make sure you have all your documentation in order first. Okay? When you make an offer with a pre-approval letter, you are nearly as strong as a cash buyer. It screams to the seller that your finances is a done deal, and you can close weeks ahead of other buyers. Shop at least 3 lenders and compare them on their ability to deliver this, not just on their interest rates, which I completely agree with. I am an independent marshal officer that works at a mortgage brokerage, so I do all the shopping for you. And so when I do all the shopping for you, I can let you know what lender is best for your financial situation, because I will be taking a look at your financial situation, and I will be with you from the start to finish. I mean, I literally, from the first conversation that we have, I'm with you all the way to the day of closing. I am with you. So yeah, I will know your case inside and out, and I'll break everything down for you and let you know exactly what lender is best for you to go with. Okay? So next we'll move on to step 5. The underwriter is the final decision maker. Their job is to protect the lender by double checking 3 things: your credit, your capacity, your DCI and income, and the collateral, the house itself. This stage is where the delays usually piled up, but you can fly through it. Once you have a contract on your house, your loan officially goes through the underwriting department. If you got that fully underwritten pre-approval, you're already 90% done. Basically, if you're already underwritten, the only thing that we're waiting for is your housing inspection, your appraisal, what else? Your housing inspection, your appraisal, and oh, there's something else that we also wait for. Oh yeah, we pull your credit one more time, make sure that everything stays the same, and yeah, you're done. That's it if you do that. But if you didn't do that, you will go through something called approval with conditions, which means that all the documents that I would have asked you for upfront, you would just have to submit, and we will still look for the appraisal in the home. And the house inspection is for you. So don't panic. You don't have to have everything up together, but I suggest you do. You don't have to have everything together in the very beginning, but I suggest that you do, so that you can have like the better experience when buying a house. You'll be so less stressed. People will be like, "Oh, you didn't have that problem with your loan officer or your lender," and you'll be one of the people that's like, "No, I had an easy time buying a house because you knew what to do, what to expect, and you had your stuff together." Okay, so this is just a list of final questions or documents that's needed. It might be more recent pay stubs or an explanation for a large or random deposit into your bank account. But here's the ultimate hack for this stage: respond within the hours, not days. Okay, when I ask you for something, or when your loan officer asks you for something, stop doing what you're doing and just send it in. That way it can already be handled and everything can go through. Okay, your life your file is in a stack on someone's desk, so the faster you reply, the faster your file gets back to the top of the stack. So stay in constant touch with your loan officer. As soon as you hear those words, which these are the most beautiful words that you will hear: clear to close. Okay, once you hear clear to close, that means we're looking at your final documentation. We're done. We're almost done. You're just gonna get ready to sign. So I am telling you that we can get you fully underwritten, pre-approved within 72 hours. We'll submit your information, and yeah, you'll have a better financial experience than other people. And we'll have you closed in less than 30 days because of this. So let's recap the fast track 5-step system. Okay, you want to get all your information together before you start. That's number one. Number two, you want to master your income documents to show your true borrowing power. That's number two. Number three, do a crit DTI fix by tracking small debts and high monthly payments. That's number three. Number four, choose your lender based on their ability to offer a fully underwritten pre-approval. That's number four. And number five, and finally, navigate the underwritten process by responding to requests with lightning speed. Follow these steps, and it will transform you from just another hopeful buyer into a powerhouse. You'll move with confidence, negotiate from a position of strength, and have a better experience than other people. I'm telling you. And if you're ready to put this plan into action, there's a link. You can schedule a free 15-minute call strategy with me and my team, and we'll be honored to help you out. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any comments. Let me see. Let's see the comments. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna get the comments out. I am so happy that I did not put the comments on this live, because this would have been documented. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So happy I did not put these comments live. This is a lot. And I'm blocking you, my guy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Blocked. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, I'm not showing any of this stuff on the live. Okay. Yeah, I'm not showing any of those comments. I would appreciate to have less trolls. I blocked them. That was a lot. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching. Bye.